This is the ugly truth about Poke Slop. In case you living under a rock, Poke Slop is one of the biggest issues inside of Marvel Rivals. And you might think, playing a Poke is meta. Yeah, Poke is meta, but here's the ugly dang truth. You just sit there and shoot pixel on pixel. It's boring gameplay. I don't know how y'all get any fun out of this unless you're playing to win. You just hit a crosshair, the little dot onto a moving target, and hope for the best. But this brings up another big problem because 99% of Poke players aren't good. I remember back when I was in GM and I would have a Hela Namor, I'd be like, wait, yo, we got a Hela Namor. I would be so excited for a Hela Namor team up. But then we got the Hela Namor and it's been 3 minutes have passed. The Namor keeps dying and the Hela is the only one getting picks every 2 minutes. And then overtime kicks in and we end up losing the dang game. One of the ugly truths about Poke Slop is everyone is really dependent on their Poke getting picks. If your Hela, if your Magneto, if your Hela cannot hit pixel on pixel onto the enemy consistently, you might as well kiss that game goodbye because it's gonna be a 5v6. And you don't want to be down a player in a 6 versus 6 hero shooter. Obviously, Poke is not fun for the enemy team. Every time the enemy team even checks the scoreboard and sees, oh, we have a ulting Hela, oh, we have a Namor, they're gonna roll their eyes. And best believe, if they see your username outside of Marvel Rivals, if they see you in real life, best believe you're not gonna make it home safely. I can already tell you that from experience. Now, this is a really big debate because you could argue, yeah, Poke is fun when it works, you know? Yeah, I don't really care about having fun, I only play to win. Honestly, dude, if you can find an excuse and have your copium on how you're actually having fun on this hero. Now, I can see if you have fun if you're in the flow state. That's with any sort of player. But best believe, if you're on defense, hell, even if you're on attack and you just can't hit any shots because the enemy healers are reversing the damage you're doing, then you're cooked. On top of that, if you're prioritizing the enemy tanks on a Poke hero, let's say like Hela, then you're gonna just get no sort of value. I don't want to help y'all out, but Hela is one of those heroes where you just ignore the tanks only when they're on you. But the same cannot be said for Phoenix, who thrives off of tanks. Yeah, stupid Hela, you deserve that. Yeah. And as a tank player, it just pains me going against a Hela and Namor. Especially when I'm playing a no-shield tank like Thor, Deadpool. Best believe, bro, I'm just hoping to die so I can go back to spawn and swap to Strange, Groot, or Emma, even Magneto. Poke isn't fun. If you're watching this video, do us all a favor and spread this propaganda. Subscribe for more because I make more videos like these. 3, 2, 1.